Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your October 2025 reading. My name is NiJiLL, and you have found Alchemy. Okay, so let's get started. We pulled this from your fall 2025 reading. I don't know if you watched it. I'm going to go over this and summarize it for you. I would suggest you listening to that because I go into a lot of detail about these cards. But just so you're not lost, or maybe if you just don't remember, I'm going to go over them really quickly right now. So let's see. You have a card called Poetry, and this is an alternate version of the sun. And unlike the sun in most decks, in this deck it is just fire energy. It is not Leo specifically, and this is sort of, to put it to cut to the chase, it's sort of like poetic justice. It could be poetic justice for you, poetic justice for someone else. This could be you being very happy and light that the end is near something. You may be feeling a certain way about it. You may be feeling a certain way about it here, Gemini. But you have here, well, I'll get to that in a second. There is something that is near, and it is something of an ending, and it's something of a beginning. There is a relief here, at least on some level, at least at some point. Something tells me you have mixed feelings about this. I don't know, but you do have here the Hermit, and the Hermit in this deck, as you can see, is quite different, right? You see that I go into the various animals and there's some symbology and everything, but this is Virgo energy. It is symbolic of a conflicted thought, struggle. The animals represent many things, but the owl is a sort of guide in this situation, right? So you will be guided by something or someone here through this. It looks like a confusing time for sure. You have the Eight of Wands coming in sideways, Mercury in Sagittarius energy. And as you know, my sideways cards are decisions, and you have a decision to make. This is an elevation card, being elevated above a difficult situation, moving past it, coming out ahead, and you're going to make a decision this month based on that, whether this particular situation is going to put you where you want to be. I don't know. There's some kind of decision to make. As we go along, we'll figure this out. But you also have the Ace of Pentacles, which is Earth energy even in this deck, but this is in reverse. So it's almost like you get some kind of an offer, or there's some kind of, or you make some kind of an offer. There is either you're making an offer, you're making a decision about an offer, or you're making a decision about what to offer someone else. It's either you're presenting an offer or you're accepting an offer. You're being asked. And with this coming in reverse, I really think that it is rejected. It's either rejected by you or it's rejected by someone else. There is a rejection here on the table, but what I like about this is that it leads to another offer, something that everyone's happy with. You have, or, everyone is somewhat happy with. I mean, you have the Knight of Cups here, right? Jupiter and Scorpio energy, at least in this deck, and it's another offer that's better, that everyone seems to like, or at least you do, and you have a cycle that is coming to an end, right? There's a great change ahead of you, for better or for worse here, Gemini, for sure. Interesting. When we add this up and we break it down, we get Pluto energy. I mean, that is like the ending, right? So something is definitely ending, something is dying, and something is being reborn with that Scorpion energy, finishing a cycle. This is my card of Scorpio anyway. And you do have two number 10s to drive the point home. So definitely this month, something is coming to an end. Okay, you know what? Let's look at your, we'll look at your overview here. All right. You're in your energy here. You have Mercury. And for better or worse, you may be in your head a lot, right? This is your ruler, and this is a sort of power position for you. So whatever's going on, it may not be easy, but you are at your best, believe it or not. You are making rational decisions. You are staying rational during this time. This represents communication. So you're either communicating, or there's communications being sent to you. This communication is on the table, so it's either going well or there's lack of communication. But communication is a big deal here this month, for sure. It's highlighted. You have flashback, and this indicates the return of something in your life from the past, right? This could be a person. This could be a feeling. This could be, it could be anything like that. Yeah, it's something old. It could be an old job, an old lover. You get a second chance with something here, Gemini. And you have Uranus energy here on the table. Uranus is Aquarius energy for sure, number 20 in this deck. But more than that, Uranus is in Gemini in October, and it will be retrograde until next year, until February. And that from now, from when you read this, when you listen to this reading until February of 2026, you're going to be in deep evaluation mode of your current path, where it's leading, where you've come from, what happened. You're going to be evaluating every bit of it to sort of put a period at the end of the sentence here. It's a very, very deep feeling. And like I said, you are going to be reconnecting with someone here. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. You have a Ceres here on the table. Ceres is an asteroid, and it says self-care, wellness. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be something that is going to be self-care to you, to evaluate how you got where you got. Why am I on this path? What led me here? Where am I heading? Do I like where I'm heading? How could I change where I'm heading? Something like that. Also, it does pay to note that Ceres will be in Aquarius in October. And that is a cycle of loss and regrowth. So do you see a theme here? There's loss and regrowth on the table. Loss and regrowth. You have an offer that's rejected, an offer that's accepted. You have something from the past coming back like a boomerang. Yeah, and you also have new moon. And it says creation, intention, and potential. There is something building here this month for you. And on October 21st, you have the new moon in Libra. And that is a very communicative time too. It's not exactly on that day. It's a little before, it's a little after. You know how it is with astrology. But I have to tell you, around that time is when your communication will be extremely important. Be careful about how you say things, what you say. Be very clear. Make sure you're understanding the person that's speaking to you. The communication is very important this month for you. You have animal. And it could be a spirit animal, for sure, that you come across an animal in a very strange place, or even in a dream. I had a dream once, and I'm telling you, I know it was real, and I know it was really important because I still remember it vividly. Okay, and I had this dream like maybe 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, but it's so vivid to me, and it was about a specific kind of animal, and that's how I came across this particular animal. So you may come across an animal in a very strange place, whether it's a dream, or whether it's a hike, or whether it's something, and you're going to take note of it, and it could be some sort of a messenger. It says if a particular animal crosses your path, it is not a coincidence. Your spirit animal may be trying to communicate with you. Pay attention to the beasts in your life here, Gemini. You have these two cards that came out together, and one is the revolutionary, and the other is the warrior. And the revolutionary, a complete and dramatic change. You're undergoing a complete and very dramatic change, whether this is your life, whether this is what's going on in your head. But you have the warrior here. This is indicative of the sign of Aries, which is very Martian energy. You have a lot of Mars energy here. And this is the warrior. So you're going to be called upon. Hold on one second. You're going to be called upon here to be a warrior, to be brave, to do things you've never thought you would have to do. You're going to have to be that person this month. It's the start of it anyway. It is the start of it. It's not going to end here. This is a period of time, for sure. Yeah, it's a transition. It's a transit. It's not even an astrological transit. It's a transit for you. You're going through a transit, and something's changing. Big time, something's changing here, for you, Gemini. Now, let's look at your charms, because man, look at this. Look at you have this pile here. So you have the Three of Swords coming in reverse, and that means I'm getting the feeling of ongoing healing. There is healing going on, but this isn't something that this is ongoing healing. This is stuff that you're still recovering from. It's a long recovery. You have the number 8 here on the table, on your die. And the number 8 is Saturn, right? And Saturn is the Lord of Karma. There's a very karmic situation at play here. And that is the ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius. Yeah, for sure. The 8th of October could mean something to you, energy around that time. But for sure, the beginning of October. And you also have here, like I said, that Saturn energy, the Lord of discipline, the Lord of Karma. Not an easy time, but it's almost like a necessary time. You have a snake in your midst. Now, this honestly could be you, okay? This is not something you don't know about, right? The snake is right side up. It could be you shedding a skin. You're shedding a skin. You're shedding your old life here. And you have money. Now, the money here is upside down. The money is hidden. Now, this money is either something you're hiding and that you're very aware of and that you just don't want anyone else to know about, or it is money that is hidden from you that you don't know about. But I have to tell you, this also could be money that you are unaware of that is heading towards you. So definitely keep that under your hat here. You have travel indicated. And this is travel that is either not taking place this month or you're not aware of it yet, okay? It is upside down. So travel could mean anything, right? It's going from one location to another. This could be a vacation. It could be something bad. It could be something good. But you have travel indicated here that is sort of under the radar. And under the radar could mean that you don't know about it yet, that you're not sharing it with anybody yet, or that you're just planning for a future trip. You're planning for a future trip, okay? You have... it says forever in my heart, and this is upside down. This is something you carry with you, and this could have something to do with this flashback. There's something to do with you, somebody that you carry with you in your heart. It does not, it can very well be romantic, and I'm sure it's romantic for most of you. It doesn't have to be, though. It could be a family member that you feel very connected to, that you carry with you. It could be somebody that has passed on. But this is something that is going to be very prevalent this month. There is something that you're getting over. And you are shedding a skin here for sure. Now, here are your 3 legs, Gemini. And like I always say, they could come in order very neatly, or it could be very erratic and come out of order. It's going to be different for each Gemini because we know that tarot is not a science, right? And so let's get started here. You have air. And we know that you are an air sign. So is Libra, and so is Aquarius. You have Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini here on the table. And this basically means that on this particular leg, you are in your head a lot. This is going to be you in your head, for better or for worse. We know the Gemini mind can go either way. You have frying pan, and it says accusations, and you may be accused of something on this leg. This leg doesn't look easy. I'm not going to lie to you. It just definitely doesn't look easy. The truth is, I know Aquarius had a difficult leg. And I might pull a couple of cards here like I did for Aquarius for this leg, but you have something that says declutter. And being that this is air energy and you are in your head, yeah, it does say somebody may hurt your feelings, or there could be something that you need to declutter your mind. You need to declutter your mind, but I have to tell you, there is going to be somebody throwing an accusation at you in some way, shape, or form here. Accusations abound, for sure. You have here the 10 of Cups coming in sideways. And, you know, the 10 of Cups is Mars and Scorpio energy. And this is something that you're trying, a sideways card, you're trying to make a decision. Is this thing going to make you happy? Or are you feeling ambivalent? Or are you feeling, or do you go back and forth? My dogs might start barking, by the way, and if they do, I'll pause the video. But the bottom line is there is a decision you have to make here, and you're trying to decide what's going to be the ultimate type of where do you want to end up? What will make you happy? Now, is it a person? Could be. Is it a job? Could be. Is it a career? Is it a path? You're trying to figure out your path, but you have the 7 of Wands here too. And the 7 of Wands in the upright, right? So you have the 7 of Wands, Sun and Leo, standing your ground. Do you see how he has his hand up? Boundaries. Boundaries that are good for you. Very good for you. So it looks like you're going through something, but you're like, that's it. I've had enough. Boundary, right? And you have the 10 of Swords in reverse. 10 of Swords in reverse. Sun in Gemini. 10 of Swords in reverse. Now, there are 3 groups of Geminis listening to this. Group 1. Okay, resisting and ending. You could be resisting something that has to end. It just has to end. Group number 2, self-sabotage. What are you sabotaging for yourself? Are you sticking those swords into your own back? Group number 3, are you healing from something very nicely, something that ended, something that you're like, okay, I am done. You could stick a fork in me because now I am healing. So it's one of those 3 things. Let me grab my trusty deck here. going to grab a couple of these cards, like I did with Aquarius. That's one. That's more confusion. You have, let me do it this way. This deck is huge. Gemini. Death. Yep. So you have, do you see these three creatures, right? This is the 7 of ether in this deck. I could say a lot of things. I love this deck of cards, right? I have the larger version as well. But the bottom line is the ether envelops every element. And the three creatures on this deck is just the Gemini mind going in all different directions. What if this? What if that? What if the other thing? No, I feel this way. No, it's Tuesday. Now I feel that way. Very all different directions. And you have here, as a result, the death card coming in reverse. And this is obviously Scorpio energy, obviously Pluto energy. But what it is it's a reluctance to, I'm telling you, it's just like what I said before. It's exactly what I said before, as a matter of fact. Those three groups of Gemini, resisting and ending. Group number 1. Group number 2, self-sabotage. Group number 3, healing from something, right? But with this death card in reverse, there's 1 foot in the past and 1 foot in the future here, for sure. Now, when we add this up, and we break it down, we get, believe it or not, hold on one second. Sorry, my daughter walked in and I just knew that the dogs were going to go crazy, so I apologize for that. So where were we? Yeah. So when we add this up and we break it down, we have the number 11, which is that bridging number, right? So crossing that bridge is going to be difficult, but yeah, you're almost being forced onto it, right? The one location is on fire, the other location isn't, and there's a bridge, and that bridge it could disappear. So you got to jump on the bridge and go to that other place, even though you have no clue what's over there, but you have to go. Right? So there's that kind of energy here, right? And you have 2 number 10s, which is endings, right? That is Pluto energy. It is endings. So yeah, something is definitely ending here, especially here. But there is a group of Gemini out there that really that feels very disturbed about this and doesn't know what to expect from where they're going. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Some of you may be hanging on to an old life that really is dead already, right? So let's move on to like, yeah, look at this. Remember when I said this is air energy, the first that you had the element of air? These element cards don't come out very often, and look, you have 2 of them. So for your second leg, you have water, right? And we know that's Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. But more than that, you're in your feels. So you go from being in your head way too much to in your feels way too much. You have here the Queen of Swords coming in sideways. Queen of Swords is, well, first of all, you know the sideways card, trying to decide something, right? Queen of Swords, Saturn and Libra, becoming unhinged. Like the Queen of Swords in reverse is an unhinged person, someone who is very emotionally unhinged. And there's that water energy, right? The Queen of Swords in the upright is a very calm, logical person who may feel things a lot more than the King does, male or female, by the way, but isn't unhinged. And this is a sideways card, and you're either waffling, where you're like, I'm going to pop off any minute now. I don't know, that could be, but you do have here the 2 of Cups, and there's that flashback. So I do think that there is going to be some sort of peek into your past, right? Something is going to be revisited on this leg, because you have your 2 of Cups here, Venus and Cancer coming together with someone who, this could just be a deep friendship that you have with someone, or it could be partnership, some sort of business partnership where someone's helping you, right? They're partnering with you, or this could be a love interest, obviously, right? And you have here, you have the Elephant, right? It says a long journey, either physically or mentally, will leave you wiser at the end. Absolutely, for sure. This is a Taurus energy, the Elephant, but more than that, the Elephant is wise. Definitely, you are achieving a lot of wisdom. You have friendship here, and it says a friend. Yeah, it says your kindness and excellent counseling. Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see someone needing you as much as you needing someone else. And this friendship, of course, could be a friendship, or it could be some sort of love situation. But there is something from your past revisiting you. Okay, there is. And you have the Elephant has a long memory, right? According to lore, something you remember fondly. or maybe you're choosing to remember it fondly. But the bottom line is, when we add this up and we break it down, we get the moon, Cancer, right? Things aren't what you think. And the moon is it's very feeling oriented, right? It's very watery. It's that Cancer energy. But things are not what they seem. Everything we see by moonlight can be very iffy. Some things can look much better by moonlight than what they actually are. When we remember our past, that what we're remembering, right? So it is Cancer energy. You're in your feels. You have two number twos here, which is that partnership energy coming in strong here, coming in strong, especially with that water energy leading everything. Okay, let's look at number three. Yeah. And of course, you picked the most obscure cards in the deck. Very weird. This is a strange deck to begin with. Now, this is an unnamed card, and I choose to call it Night. And as you can see, there is the moon, there is the stars, there is a path, right? But the path is obscured, right? It's obscured by moonlight at the out, like you can't really see it well. It's not well lit. Now, you do have the owl, right? And the owl has a keen sense of night vision, and you can be guided. We talked about that animal, right? So maybe you should look out for owls, but because I think it came up more than once here, you're going to be guided through a very confusing and dark time. There is some sort of confusion here on the table, and you're going to be guided through it. This is the promise of guidance. You do have here the Queen of Cups, and there you go, right? The Queen of Cups, Saturn and Cancer, love or guidance from a warm source. Now, this could be a woman, it could be a man, but whatever it is, it's somebody that is really loving and very nurturing. This gives birth to your Nine of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse, moon in Sagittarius. You feel fatigued, you feel burnt out, you're exhausted. Somebody may come and try to nurture you. You do have here the Six of Swords, and as you can see, there is a passport there, right? So you have the Six of Swords, Mercury and Aquarius, planning. You may be planning to leave, right, with that passport. This could be a vacation. It just could be an escape. It just could be you moving on. This could be very symbolic. You thinking about leaving, you leaving. Definitely the Six of Swords represents that with that Mercury and Aquarius energy. Yeah, for sure. And you have here the candle, and it says, yeah, you will be shown the way. What did I say with that owl and that dark path? Have no fear. You will be shown the way. And it says nature, and it says interact with nature, the outdoors, around animals. There's that animals again, farmlands, the ocean. This will be good for your soul and very healing. Go out into nature. I'm a believer in that big time. Yeah. So when we add this up and we break it down, we get Venus energy, Taurus, Libra energy. It is love. Venus is love, right? But Venus is also money. So there could be those two things could be very tied together here. Now let's look at your challenges. You have the month of August here on the table, and that could fall under the sign of Virgo or Leo. It also could be a timing card. This could be something that happened in the month of August or in a month of August that's sort of pertinent to what's going on right now. You do have here the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Swords. And there you go, right? And this is in your challenge sector. So remember when I said that Queen of Swords was on its side and you were trying to decide whether to be completely unhinged? I think at some point this month you become completely unhinged. I do think it's brief. This is brief. Okay, but I think you are going to lose it at some point here, for sure. And you have here the Lovers, and there's your energy. Very strong Gemini energy, a decision. Now, the Lovers could be a decision. I mean, this could be coming together with someone, but I think it's some kind of decision that's difficult. A decision that has long tentacles into your future. This is a very important decision. You do have here Temperance coming in reverse. Remember, this is your challenge column, and that is Sagittarius energy. You're off kilter. You're imbalanced. This is frustration. This is all the things that are not productive for you here. And there's something about the month of August, like this could be someone's birthday. It could be when something began. It could be when you got news about something and don't know. But you do have here also, when we add this up and we break it down, we get the moon. So we have more Cancer energy, that confusing time, that dark time, right? It's that card again. It's that card. Okay. Let's see. Let's pick up where we left off here. I like this. So this is your opportunities column here. And you have the Two of Cups. There you go, right? You're coming together with someone. You have the Two of Cups again. You coming together with someone. Somebody nurturing. You do have here the Eight of Swords coming in reverse. The Eight of Swords is Mercury and Gemini energy, and you becoming unstuck. You may feel powerless in the situation you're in right now. You may feel like there's nothing you can do, but there is. You're going to figure it out. You do have the Eight of Pentacles here, and the Eight of Pentacles is Sun in Virgo, working on something, being productive. You're going to get the chance to work on something and be productive and hit some sort of a target. You just have to get past this. There's some sort of emotional upheaval. There's like, let me see if I could get this back. There you go. Perfect. There's some sort of emotional upheaval going on this month. When we add that up and we break it down, we get Mars energy. And that goes right back to this Ram up here, right? Assertive, fire, sexual energy. Could be sexual energy. Could be. Very fiery energy. But you also have two number 8s, which is productivity and vitality. So maybe this interlude you have with this person gives your battery a charge. Maybe you feel depleted. We talked about that. And this, whatever it is that happens, really does sort of help you. Now, you know what? Let me grab these cards here. Yeah. We'll close out your reading and then we'll do your numerology here. Gemini. For Gemini for October. Yep. Psychic protection, and it's coming in the upright. And when these cards, in my reading anyway, when they come in the upright, this is something you're going to have to search for. You're going to have to search for protection. You're going to need it in some way, shape, or form. It says, around me now a shield of gold, protecting me, strong and bold. Now, this could be legal protection. This could just be spiritual protection. This could be you praying to your deity, your ancestors, the universe at large, but this is something you're going to have to take an active role in. This isn't something that's just going to fall in your lap here, Gemini. So when we add everything in this reading up and we break it down, we get Mercury. We go right back to the very beginning of the reading. Your communication is going to be everything. The communications that you do not receive this month is going to impact your mood. The communications that you receive are going to impact your mood. The communications that you send out, communication is key. Keep that as a focal point for you, okay? Number 8 came out the most in this reading, and honestly, it was neck and neck with number 2. So you have Saturn, which is Aquarian, Capricorn energy, and you have the Moon, which is that confusing Cancer energy, right? In your feels type energy. And then Saturn, the Lord of Karma, right? You have the planet that came out the most, believe it or not, was neck and neck. Pretty much the same thing. You have the Saturn and the Moon. So you have Aquarius energy and Capricorn energy coming out the most in your reading. And you also have Cancer energy coming out double, because out of all the signs, Cancer came out the most. So yeah, you have Scorpio, Leo, Libra, Taurus, Sagittarius, Aries, Virgo, Gemini, Cancer, Capricorn, and Aquarius, with Cancer taking the lead. So you have the Moon. You have Spirit doubling down on the Moon, this confusing time where you're in your feels. You also have Saturn doubling down, the Lord of Karma, discipline, responsibility bearing down on you. Not an easy time, but I have to tell you, there's something you need to let go of here. There is something you need to let go of. You're going to be faced with accusations of some kind that you're going to have to deal with. You're going to be shedding a skin. You're going to also be healing. So definitely let me know where you stand. I mean, your readings are always interesting, Gemini. They never, ever disappoint. I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you a very happy Samhain. Do not forget to listen to your birthday reading. 3 blessings coming to Gemini between 2025 and 2026. Namaste.